Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, so today I am bringing you an episode that has been postponed long enough, and that is the must-have apps for the Galaxy S10. Now, I tried to get obviously specific apps for the S10, S10 Plus, and S10e, but I will say that this is also a refresher of what's on my device, the must-have apps that I recommend for any phone. So even if you don't have an S10, you might find some use in at least half of these. All right, let's get to it. So first and foremost, we have all of these apps. All of the links will be in the description down below, although some of them you will have to get directly from Samsung's Galaxy Store, and some of them you'll have to download the APK as in a previous video. So let me go through them and kind of give you a gist of what each of them really is and how each of them will improve your overall experience on this phone. So first off is Nova Launcher. Now, if you know me, you know I'm a big fan of Nova Launcher. I love it because, especially if you switch between different phones on Android, Nova Launcher allows you to have something that like iOS has, which is everything will be exactly the same when you move to a different phone. All your widgets, your home screen, your folders, everything is the same. So every time you transfer, all you have to do is back up your Nova Launcher, email it to yourself, and then on your new phone, you download that backup and it's restored. Very perfect, especially again, if you switch from different Android phones. If I switch from this one to the OnePlus or whatever, it is going to be perfectly done. Nova Launcher also changes just the overall look of the UI, and it's very fast in how it moves. You can make it do things like going all the way around. So for instance, if you actually like it to go all the way around, you can. And you can also do cool things that you can't do on any other specific home screen, like have the Google search bar at the bottom right here. Very convenient to get it right away and search all the way around. So these are things that I really do love, and I do really love Nova Launcher. Have full videos on it, check it out for more details. The Google camera. Now, if you haven't seen our video on this, you can side load the Google camera on here, and this will give you incredible low light shots. I would definitely argue that it's even better than Samsung's own night mode in the camera, but again, not everyone has gotten it in the US yet, so I haven't gotten that update. When I do, we will do a side-by-side comparison, but that is really big and definitely something that I would say that most people really like for the camera. Then we move on to the Google Assistant. Now, this is a separate assistant app than the regular assistant app that comes with your phone. Now, if you did see our video on the first things you should set up on the S10 or how to fix the issues of the S10, you'll know that we can press this button and instead of Bixby, you can instead get to Google Assistant. So that is a really great trick that a lot of people did like and kept asking me how to do it. So again, if you download the Google Assistant app, then when you push this button, it will instead launch the Assistant. No third-party app needed other than the actual Assistant app. So that's really important and definitely something that will help you if you want to remap this one as a Google Assistant button. Then we move on to Samsung Members. Now, this is a really important app that a lot of people should know about. The biggest thing that everyone loves about this is you get in contact with a live Samsung technician. So I always recommend this if, when people say, oh, my phone's overheating, or, I keep having these off software glitches that I might not know because I don't have that phone anymore. So I might not be able to help with it. And this is really something that I would say a lot of people will typically like when it actually loads. There you go. So the thing is if you just hit this plus button right here, you can actually text chat or call them directly. You can also post if you are into forums on here, as well as give feedback for your specific model. It really is great, and you can even go through warranty services. So besides the regular getting help, diagnosing your phone, finding solutions for things, they really are a lot of things, and you can even go through your own warranty service through this feature as well. So definitely something I recommend going through after you register your product. And again, it just makes your life easier, so I highly recommend it for any person that has a Samsung smartphone. Now, the next one is Good Lock. Now, Good Lock you cannot get on the Google Play Store. It is only on the Galaxy Store and only in specific countries. However, I have posted before the APK Mirror download, so a third-party website that will give you the APK to download this. Now, it really is great, and the biggest thing is it corrects a lot of mistakes that Samsung made on the newest versions of One UI. Namely, the recent apps button makes sense again. So it's a lot better, a lot more useful, and you can change it around in a lot of ways. So definitely highly recommend this. It really improves the overall experience. And again, we have entire videos on dedicated more to this, so go ahead and check those out for the first things you should do video, as well as how to fix the issues of the S10 video. Photos. Google Photos is such a big thing because what it does is it gives you unlimited backup for your photos. So all of your photos saved to their cloud storage just by using this, downloading it, and backing up over Wi-Fi, and this will allow you to save all of your photos that you take on the S10. It keeps them up to 16 megapixel, which the S10 doesn't have more than, and it also keeps it up to 1080p. So your 4K videos will be a little bit downgraded, but again, it's unlimited storage, so not bad. You can pay for more money if you want to actually keep it at 4K, but I would say 1080p is going to be fine for most people. Now, since a lot of people always ask me, how do you do this? I want to make sure you guys know. So you're going to go to Photos, you're going to hit the recent or the menu icon, and then you're going to go to Settings. And then from Settings, you are going to go to Backup and Sync. And then from Backup and Sync, you're going to go to Upload Size. When you have these two, you have either original, which is again your amount of storage that you normally would have, and then you have high quality, which is what I told you, 16 megapixels and 1080p, free unlimited storage. So just keep it at that and you'll be all set. Find My Device. This is such an important thing to know about just because a lot of people lose their phones and a lot of people are always worried, well, what if my password isn't enough? What if someone breaks through or anything like that? Find My Device will allow you to wipe your phone or any other device you have, say a tablet, if you have a Samsung tablet, will allow you to ring it. So you can ring it and basically call it so that someone can like, oh, okay, I can know where my device is. And 3, erase all of it if need be. So you can lock it, ring it, or actually erase it. This is really good just because if you ever lose your device, you don't have to worry about if anyone gets to your stuff. So this is a really important feature. It's built into every phone already. As soon as you sign into your Gmail account, it is active. So you do not have to worry if you did not install the app. The app is to find another device. So again, this would be used on your computer to find this phone, or on a tablet to find this phone, and you can use this app to find another product like a tablet or another phone you have. Really useful and definitely obviously highly recommended that you just know about this because you always can recover your product, at least know where it was and make sure that no one can get to your stuff if you do lose it. Google Keep. Google Keep is the best note-taking app that I could definitely recommend. This is just basically a simple setup of how to do things. So like when we went over our 10 hidden features video, this is how I kind of communicate between all of my devices. And the best part about it is you can use this on your computer, you can use this on all of your devices, everything is set. And it's just a really great way of always knowing where all your notes are. Simple, you can do colors and all these fun stuff with it, but ideally it's just the best note-taking app out of all of them for keeping everything in your cloud storage on Android. SwiftKey. Now, many of you have known about this keyboard because I always recommend it, but SwiftKey is just the best keyboard, period. On any mobile operating system, whether it be Android, whether it be Windows, whether it be iOS, this is the best. It's pure customization. It just does such a good job, and I've only grown to love it more and more as they've added things like the GIF ability. You have stickers, you have settings, you can have all these different options. As you can see, I have my arrows down here. When I hit the number pad, my numbers are on the left side because that's where I like them. You really can just customize this entirely, and it really helps to change the typing and how you type everything, including resizing, including swiping and gesture controls and all these different things. Like, you can have so many things to it. This is by far though the best keyboard, and if you don't have it, you definitely should be using it. Google Play Music. Google Play Music is simple. For me, it is the best way to store your own personal music. So if you want to store your own personal music, you can store up to 50,000 songs from iTunes, from anywhere. You just basically put them on your computer, all to Google Play Music, upload to Google Play Music, and then you bring along your music everywhere with you. So it doesn't take up storage on your phone, although you can download things. So you can absolutely like download an entire playlist and then have it there. But the nice part about it is that you can also stream music. For most people, it would be $14.99 for 5 people to have the ability to have Google Play Music and YouTube Premium, which means no ads on YouTube, for 5 people. It's such a great deal, and it's something that I definitely think most people should have. You don't have to watch any ads on YouTube, and you get to stream music that has a library similar to Spotify or Apple Music, although I will say Spotify and Apple Music probably have more exclusives. Slick Deals. This one is a really important app that I always recommend to people just because it does such a good job at finding the absolute best tech deals every time, or any kind of deals. So you kind of let it know what kind of deals you're interested in. Obviously, I am always looking for the best tech deals. So majority of my stuff is tech, although as I am gonna be having a newborn soon, I've been seeing more kid and baby things show up. So I am really liking that again, it's leaning towards what I'm looking for as long as I let it know about it. Really great app, and definitely this is where I recommend all the deals that I always get into. And again, it really customizes. As you can see, I'm getting more baby stuff as I've requested it. Snapseed. Snapseed is really just a great photo editing app if you ever want to make dynamic photos of certain things. So whatever it would be, like this ice cream shot that I did, you can really kind of do all these crazy things with it that it just really kind of goes over every single thing you can really do. It's just such a great app, and you can do things like text, you can do frames, you can do lens blur. It's such a good one. The HDR-scape looks absolutely amazing if you have clouds in the shot. So I definitely highly recommend it if you ever just want a really good, robust editing one that if you don't like the Samsung one as much, you can do more with this one. So it's just a really great app that I highly recommend, and that is Snapseed. Anywhere Movies. So this is a really big app that I feel that a lot of people don't know enough about. Anywhere Movies really is the best app to bring all of your movies from all of your services together. So what this does is it will link all of your different streaming services that you've bought movies on. So that includes Google Play, so every one you've bought from here. That includes Amazon Prime, that includes Vudu, that includes Fandango, and it even includes iTunes. So all your iTunes movies you bought can now be on Android. That is really huge for people that switch between. It's such a big thing that you should definitely know about, and it's just a great way to link everything up. Now, the app itself will allow you to watch movies or buy movies, but the biggest thing is once you have all these synced up, you automatically get the best quality for each one. So say if Apple gives you a 4K upgrade, you get that on Google then. You get that on Vudu then. So that's a really cool thing, and same with all of them. It's just a really great service that everyone should have access to so they can link up all their services and have one collection of all their movies. Now, it doesn't work with every studio. I believe Paramount and like Lionsgate aren't part of it, but every other studio is for the most part, all the big one, Disney, which is owning everything nowadays. So you're gonna get more and more of these, Warner Brothers, and just, yeah, most of your movie library should fall in line here perfectly. Nacho Notch. Now, this is one of the apps that we went over on how to fix the issues for the S10, but it's something to always talk about. So let's go to an app like the Play Store. Play Store, if you are tired of seeing the hole punch, well, you can just get rid of it with Nacho Notch. So what this will do is it'll bring this feature right here, hide notch. And when you do that, you then can see the notch is gone. It lowers everything else on the app, but it still is smart enough to be better than this built-in feature that Samsung gives you because it has the time and everything down. On the Samsung feature, the time would actually start here, so it really would shorten your screen. This way, everything is up top, and it really is a overall much better experience. Definitely one that I think a lot of people will love. Zedge. Zedge is a really great app that is made primarily, I would say, for people that still want to use custom ringtones or anything of that nature. Now, you have ringtones and you have wallpapers, you even have notification sounds, so if you want a specific notification sound. I use the ringtones mainly for alarms. I don't like the just standard alarm, so this will allow me to get ringtones for alarms that are really fun. I use like WWE alarms, so you can really just do a lot of different things. You can get wallpapers that are pretty high quality and all these different things, but the biggest things I would say that I use it for is ringtones and notifications. That is a really great feature, again, especially for like things like alarms. HD widgets. I get asked at least once a week, what widget am I using to do this? And it is always HD Widgets. HD Widgets definitely is just a great app that really has, in my opinion, still the best widgets to date when it comes to clocks, alarms, and all these different kind of styles. These are the ones that I currently have active, and you can just do so many different styles for this, and you have different plugins for it, and you can really come up with some really cool features and really all sizes of widgets. So I really do like it. It's just so many possibilities you can have for it, and a lot of people can use it for different things depending on what you want, but it's my favorite clock and weather widget, especially because I can just tap this and go to my alarm, and then tap the date and it will go to my calendar of preference, or tap the weather and it will go to the weather that I'm using. So I just like it because you really get just everything in one widget, which also gives you 3 shortcuts. So I love that. It's definitely my favorite widget and one that I definitely recommend. Adobe Scan, this is just, I feel, the best scanner for a regular piece of paper or receipt or anything like that that you want to turn into a PDF. So I think it's just really good for that. It's just, hey, if you want to turn a thing into a document or a business card or a form or anything of that nature, this is really good at it, probably my favorite. And it's just, if you need something to scan in like a document, which I always have to do, this is a really great way to do it. Car mode. Now, car mode is a app that basically does not come on the phone, but it does come from the Galaxy App Store. You can find park and different things, but the main thing about car mode is the whole ability to actually have a very simplified UI. You can customize this as you wish, but the whole thing is that it's very minimalistic. So either way you have it, it basically is just the main form of apps. You have your voice command, you have your home screen, you have back, and again, there's lots of ways to do this, but it's just a really great way to have a simplified version of your phone while driving. Messages. Now this is Google's version of messages, but the reason why I like it so much is because you can actually message from your computer. So this is really great because it allows you to message from your phone and from your computer at the same time. So I just text message a lot through my computer now instead of my actual phone when I'm home. It's really great. It's something that Apple's had forever, and it's something that, again, I've missed since Hangout lost its text message integration. So this ability is a really great one to have. Again, in terms of the messaging app itself, I'll show you just briefly. When you go right here to your actual menu, you can hit message for web, and then you have the ability to actually scan your QR code and go lock it in. So this is really great just because you can actually sign in through your computer and then text message away. So you just go on this website, scan the QR code that is on the website, and then you can now text message from your computer. Really big, really important, and something that, again, I hope Samsung would have by default, but Android, I feel, should have by default on their own text messaging app, which is why I think this should be the default text messaging app on all Android devices. App tiles. App tiles is a really cool way for Samsung to actually get more tiles up top. Now, it does work with a few other phones, but not all of them from what I've noticed. Now, the ability this gives you is actually to be able to add tiles to the top of your screen in your notification part. So I can just quickly go to certain things, such as calculator, or such as game launcher. I really like this ability just because I can quickly jump to an app right away. So it's just another way of getting things convenient, and you can put it on your main part, of course, if you want. I have it on my secondary screen because I still don't use these quite as often as my main functions that I always like to have, but it's just a really great way to quickly line up everything right away. I love this ability just so you can have everything built in and go to your functions very quickly and have the best of all worlds by getting as many apps as you can add on to and have the ability to keep getting more and more. So yeah, 6 of them total up top, so you can have 6 quick settings for apps that you choose. All right, now we get to the bit more obscure ones, I would say, that not everyone needs, but are good to know about. First one, RunPeed. Now this is just a really great app. Basically, this lets you know if you are a movie watcher like me, do you need to actually stay in the after credits scene? Now this also will tell you like pee breaks and all that kind of stuff, but the more important thing is definitely, is there an after credit scene? So that way you'll know, hey, if you go to the Avengers, is there an after credit scene? Yes, there's something during or after the credits. or at the end. So it won't tell you which one, but it will tell you there is something there. Or it'll tell you if there isn't anything there, there isn't anything after the credits, plain and simple. So I just love this. If you are a movie watcher, you will love it as well. Background erasers. So this is just a really great app to basically erase backgrounds quickly and easily. It's just a really simple, quick go-to. So if you want to erase the background and put a person in another background, this is a really great way to go about it. I like it for thumbnails specifically. I've done a few in the past with it, and it's really great for that reason. Voice recorder. Voice recorder is very simple. It is, again, from the Galaxy App Store, so you wouldn't get it on the regular store. But the really great part about it is that you have a voice recorder for your phone, and it's a really high quality one from Samsung. You have the standard voice recorder, you have the interview one, so it uses the mics from up top and the mic from the bottom, so it separates them in the interview process, so I really do like that. And then you also have the text to speech, which is a really cool way of voice to text where you have a recording and the text to speech part of it. So you can record exactly what you are saying and then have both a sound of it as well as the actual text itself. So it's just a really great way of being able to record and then see it. So I really like that ability to just kind of have it. And then of course you can always copy this and share it on another app. Now this is a really cool one for those people who love the headphone jack. So if you are a lover of the headphone jack, I love this so much. So I had a creative demo earlier this year, and I got to be in the actual studio, but I also have tested out the regular head mapping feature. So what this is it basically customizes sound on a really higher quality level than I would say the built-in Samsung does. Samsung does have their own version of this. It's just not high as quality. So this is really great for actually making your sound quality much better by tracking your head mapping and actually seeing how your ears hear things on a really precise level. And the sound quality again was better than the Samsung version. Tested both out. This is definitely something I would recommend for audiophiles or just people that just want to have better sound quality out of your headphones. This is really great and it definitely makes a difference. And that's the Super X Phi app from Creative. And then we have the Wallpapers app. These are all different wallpapers that I recommend. I really just, they're all different kinds and styles. Obviously, you always want darker wallpapers because that's going to give you better battery life. You also have the Holy Hole, which I went over on another video, which again is just going to be really good for being able to get rid of your notch. So you have all these different kinds, and depending on which phone you have, these will give you all of your backgrounds you could want for these kind of phones. Overall, I like the Google Wallpapers app a lot, and always during Christmas time, this old Christmas HD one always surprises people and still doesn't drain your battery life once you put on battery saver. So it's really cool and definitely recommend it if you are looking for the best apps for Samsung. All right guys, let me know any thoughts or questions about any of these apps. Also, what other apps do you recommend for everyone else who is watching? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you as always so much for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.